Yesterday, someone asked me, "How was your day?"
That's a simple question, right?
I opened my mouth and nothing came out. My day was a day. I woke up, I worked, I ate, I slept.
You forgot the good parts, the bad parts, the weird parts.
Exactly. I forgot my story. Today, we're going to fix that. We're going to learn how to talk about our day, the real day, in English. The rainy mornings, the stressful afternoon, the relaxing evening, the funny thing that happened, the annoying thing that happened, the moment that made you smile.
Because your day is not just fine, it's yours, and you deserve to tell it.
Welcome back to Speak English with Alex. I'm Alex, and outside my window right now, it's raining. Perfect weather for talking about, well, a rainy day.
And I'm Sarah. Today we're talking about something you do every day. You live your day. But can you talk about your day in English?
Not just, I woke up, I ate breakfast, I went to work. That's a schedule. That's a robot. Today, we're going to teach you how to tell the story of your day.
The good morning, the stressful afternoon, the relaxing evening, the funny thing that happened, the annoying thing that happened, the moment that made you smile.
Because your day is not just fine, it's yours, and you deserve to tell it. Okay, let's start at the beginning. How do you talk about your morning? The morning sets the tone for your whole day. But here's the secret. You don't need to say everything. Just pick one or two moments.
Let me give you an example. My morning yesterday was not great.
What happened?
I woke up late. My alarm didn't go off. I had exactly 15 minutes to get ready for a meeting.
Oh no, what did you do?
I brushed my teeth in record time. I put on the first clothes I saw, which didn't match. I ran out the door without breakfast. I made it to the meeting 2 minutes late.
But here's what makes that a story, not a report. You added details. Brushed my teeth in record time. Clothes that didn't match. Ran out without breakfast.
Exactly. If I just said, I woke up late, that's boring. But when I add the details, you can see it. You can feel my stress.
Let me give you morning phrases you can use. When you wake up, I woke up feeling refreshed. I hit snooze 3 times. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I didn't sleep well. Getting ready. I took a quick shower. I had a long, hot shower. I got dressed in a hurry. I couldn't find my keys. Breakfast. I had a big breakfast. Eggs, toast, coffee. I grabbed a banana on my way out. I skipped breakfast because I was late. I made myself a nice cup of tea. Leaving the house. I left home at 8 a.m. I walked to the station. I got stuck in traffic. I missed the bus.
Now, here's the magic ingredient. Add a feeling word. I woke up late and I felt panicked. I had a peaceful breakfast and I felt calm. I missed the bus and I felt annoyed.
Feelings make your story human. Without feelings, it's just facts.
Let me tell you a quick morning story that still makes me laugh. Last week, I was making coffee. I was half asleep. I put the coffee grounds in the coffee maker without a filter.
No.
Yes, coffee grounds went everywhere, all over the counter, all over me. I stood there covered in coffee and just laughed. What else could I do?
That's a perfect morning story. It's specific, it's funny, it's real.
And now I have a story to tell. How was my morning? It was messy, literally.
Okay, let's talk about the middle of the day. Work, study, errands, whatever you do. This is usually the longest part of your day.
And the part people ask about most. How was work? How was school?
Here's the key. Don't try to describe every hour. Pick one moment, one success, one problem, one funny interaction.
Let me give you an example. Yesterday at work, I had a presentation. I was so nervous. My hands were shaking.
What happened?
I stood up, I took a deep breath, and I started talking. The first 2 minutes were terrible. I forgot my words. I said 1,000 times.
But then
I saw one person in the audience smiling at me, nodding, encouraging me, and I relaxed. I finished the presentation. It wasn't perfect, but I did it.
That's a real work story. Not I had a presentation, but I was nervous. My hands were shaking. I forgot my words, but one person smiled at me and I kept going.
Here are phrases for the middle of your day. At work, I had a busy day at work. My boss gave me a new project. I had a difficult customer. I finished all my tasks early.
At school or study, I had a long class today. The teacher explained something I finally understood. I had a lot of homework. I studied for 3 hours.
Problems. My computer crashed. I made a mistake on an important email. I forgot a deadline. I had an argument with a coworker.
Small victories. My boss said I did a good job. I helped the coworker with a problem. I finished something I was worried about. I learned something new. Let me tell you a work story. Last week, I was teaching a class online. My internet stopped working in the middle of a sentence.
Oh no, what did you do?
I panicked for 30 seconds. Then I remembered I have a phone. I used my phone as a hotspot. I was back online in 2 minutes. The students didn't even notice.
So you saved the day.
I felt like a hero, a small hero, but a hero. And that's the point. Your day has small victories. Celebrate them.
What about lunch? How do you talk about lunch?
Good question. Lunch is a great detail to add. I had lunch at my desk. I went out for lunch with a friend. I forgot to eat lunch. I ate leftovers from dinner.
My favorite lunch story, last Tuesday, I brought a salad to work. I was so proud of myself. Healthy, right? Then I dropped it on the floor.
The whole salad?
The whole salad. I just stared at it. Then I went to the cafeteria and bought a sandwich. Sometimes your day doesn't go as planned.
And that's okay. That's life. And that's what makes your story interesting. Now let's talk about the end of the day. Evening, night, how you relax, how you prepare for tomorrow.
This is my favorite part of the day to talk about because this is when I actually live.
What do you mean?
Morning is rushing, work is surviving, but evening is for me, for my hobbies, for my family, for doing nothing.
Here are phrases for the evening. After work or school, I came home feeling tired. I stopped at the grocery store on the way home. I met a friend for coffee. I went to the gym. Evening activities. I cooked dinner. I made pasta. I ordered takeout because I was too tired to cook. I watched a movie. I read a book. I called my mom. I took a long hot bath. Relaxing. I scrolled on my phone for an hour. I listened to music. I did nothing, and it was perfect. I went to bed early. Before bed, I brushed my teeth and washed my face. I set my alarm for the next day. I read for 20 minutes before sleeping. I couldn't sleep because I was thinking too much.
Let me tell you about my perfect evening last week. I came home from work. I was exhausted. I changed into my comfiest clothes. I made tea. I sat on the couch and I watched 2 episodes of my favorite show.
That sounds amazing.
It was. And when someone asked, "How was your day?" I said, "Work was long, but my evening was perfect. I did nothing and I loved every minute."
See? That's honest. That's relatable. That's a story.
What about a bad evening? How do you talk about that?
You say it honestly. I had a rough evening. I was tired and grumpy. I didn't want to talk to anyone, so I went to bed early.
That's real. And the person listening will probably say, "I have days like that too." And now you've connected.
Let me tell you about a terrible evening I had. I decided to cook a nice dinner. I was going to make a special pasta dish. I bought all the ingredients. I spent an hour cooking.
What happened?
It tasted terrible. I don't know what I did wrong, but it was bad. I ate 2 bites, then I ordered pizza.
The pizza saved the day.
Yes, and now that disaster is a funny story I tell people. Remember when I tried to cook and failed? That's connection. That's friendship. Since today's episode has a little rain icon in the title, let's talk about how to add weather to your day story.
Oh, this is so important. Weather affects our mood. It affects our plans. And it makes your story more vivid.
Here's how to add weather naturally. Rainy day. I woke up to the sound of rain. It was pouring when I left for work. I forgot my umbrella and got soaked. The rain made me feel cozy inside. The rain made traffic terrible. Sunny day. The sun was shining when I woke up. It was a beautiful sunny morning. The sunshine made me feel happy. I went for a walk because the weather was so nice. Cold day. It was freezing when I left the house.
I wore my warmest coat. I could see my breath in the air. I couldn't wait to get home and warm up. Hot day. It was boiling outside. I was sweating just walking to the station. I drank 3 bottles of water. The heat made me so tired. Windy day. It was so windy, my umbrella turned inside out. The wind was howling all night. I almost blew away on my way to work.
Let me give you an example of a full day story with weather. Yesterday was rainy and cold. I woke up to the sound of rain on my window. I didn't want to get out of bed, but I had to go to work. I forgot my umbrella, so I got completely soaked. By the time I got to work, I was wet and grumpy. But then, my coworker made me a cup of tea, and the day got better.
See how the weather sets the mood? You can feel that morning. You can see the rain.
Here's a sunny day story. Today was beautiful. The sun was shining when I woke up. It made me feel so happy. I decided to walk to work instead of taking the bus. I saw flowers blooming. I heard birds singing. It was the perfect start to my day.
Weather is not just background. Weather is part of your story. Use it. Okay, I promised to tell you about the day I locked myself out of my apartment in the rain. Here it is.
I've been waiting for this.
It was a Tuesday. A regular Tuesday. Nothing special. I left for work in the morning. It was raining lightly. I had my umbrella, my bag, my phone, my keys.
You had your keys?
I had my keys. That's the important part. I locked my door. I walked to the station. I went to work. Normal day.
So what happened?
I came home. It was raining harder now. I was tired. I wanted to change into comfy clothes and make tea. I put my hand in my bag for my keys.
And?
No keys.
No keys?
No keys. I checked all my pockets. I checked my bag again. I checked my coat pockets. Nothing. The keys were gone.
Where were they?
I still don't know. They just disappeared into thin air.
So what did you do?
I stood outside my apartment door in the rain for 20 minutes, just standing there, hoping the door would magically open.
Laughing. Alex, doors don't open magically.
I know that now, but in that moment, I was desperate. Finally, I called my landlord. He said he had a spare key, but he was an hour away.
An hour?
An hour. So I waited. In the hallway, sitting on the floor, wet, hungry, tired, feeling very, very stupid.
Did the landlord come?
Yes, after an hour and 15 minutes. He opened the door, I went inside, I changed dry clothes, I made tea, and I sat on my couch for 2 hours doing absolutely nothing.
That's a terrible day.
It was. But now it's a great story. I tell it at parties, I tell it to students. People laugh. They share their own lockout stories.
So a bad day became a good story.
Exactly. Every bad day is a future funny story. Remember that.
How would you tell that story in English using what we've learned?
Like this. Yesterday was a disaster. It was raining all day. I left for work in the morning, but on the way home, I lost my keys. I don't know how. They just disappeared. I stood outside my apartment in the rain for 20 minutes. Then I waited in the hallway for over an hour for my landlord. I was wet, tired, hungry, but finally I got inside. I changed clothes, made tea, and did absolutely nothing. It was terrible. But now, it's a funny story to tell.
Perfect. You have the weather, rain. You have the problem, lost keys. You have the feelings, wet, tired, hungry, stupid. You have the ending, tea and nothing. That's a complete day story.
Let's build your vocabulary for describing how your day was. One word can change everything.
Words for a good day. Amazing. Wonderful. Great. Productive. Relaxing. Fun. Perfect. Awesome.
Words for a bad day. Terrible. Awful. Stressful. Exhausting. Frustrating. Disappointing. Rough. Horrible.
Words for an okay day. Fine. All right. Not bad. So-so. Ordinary. Normal. Typical.
Here's how to use them. My day was amazing. I got a promotion. Good. My day was exhausting. I need a vacation. Bad. My day was fine. Nothing special happened. Okay.
Now, add a reason. Don't just say, my day was bad, say why. My day was bad because I had a fight with my friend. My day was amazing because I finally finished my project. My day was stressful because I had 3 meetings.
The reason makes your story real. Without the reason, the other person doesn't know what to say next.
Let me give you an example of a conversation. Person A, how was your day? Person B, it was stressful. Person A, oh no, why? What happened? Person B, my computer crashed and I lost 2 hours of work. See? Now person A can say, that's terrible, I'm sorry, or I hate when that happens. The conversation continues.
If person B just said, it was stressful, and stopped, the conversation dies. Always add a small reason.
Now it's your turn. Think about your day yesterday, or today, or your favorite day. Let's build your story together.
Question 1. How did you wake up? On time? Late? Well rested? Tired?